Hello everybody and welcome back to the new VR news. As always, I am Mateo311 and this is your one channel for everything VR related. Today, we're going over some amazing new VR tech, including a new VR patent from Valve. There's some awesome looking VR games on the way, and it looks like we'll eventually get some really exciting new input devices. So let's not waste any more time guys and jump right into this video. So let's start this off with an update to everyone's favorite rhythm game, Beat Saber. Original Soundtrack 4 is now available and it features 4 new awesome songs for you guys to check out. I know Beat Saber enthusiasts are all about adding their own songs, but if you're on a platform where that's not an option, it's great to get some new content. The official Beat Saber YouTube channel also has a breakdown of the new modifiers which have the potential to make this game so much more difficult. So difficult in fact that the developers have thrown down a challenge asking if anyone could complete a song with all of these new modifiers enabled. Alex VR, if you're seeing this video, I am looking at you buddy. Now if you're not a masochist, there's a new Zen mode where you could just sit back, enjoy the music and special effects. No need to bring your lightsabers and you won't have to worry about floating blocks. While we're talking about rhythm game updates, it looks like Pistol Whip is getting a new campaign. During this year's GDC, Cloudhead Games CEO Denny Unger spoke about how well received the 2089 campaign was. He mentioned they're working on a new campaign, which will be another 5 scenes, a boss fight, and new modifiers, all wrapped together in that same type of storytelling, but this time it'll take place in the past and it will be a wild ride. So it looks like a new Wild West campaign is on the way for Pistol Whip. But if rhythm games aren't your style, don't worry, we have new titles on the way. Releasing on April 2nd, we have the fast-paced speedrun puzzle-solving title, Starcaller. Starcaller will be available for PC VR via Steam or Rift on the Oculus platform, and it's also coming to the App Lab for Oculus Quest owners. The game features 30 unique randomized puzzles. You'll be in an ancient temple trying to regain the title of Starcaller by completing puzzles before the time runs out. So if you're looking for a puzzle game with a little bit of a twist, go check out Starcaller. But maybe you'd rather go play in traffic, which is okay because we just got the release date for Traffic Jam. In a world without traffic lights, you're the only thing preventing complete chaos. You'll have to manage chaotic cars, pedestrians, and an array of unexpected events. This game also features a party mode where up to 4 non-VR players can jump in the action via their cell phone. My personal experience with VR party titles has been absolutely fantastic, so I'm looking forward to checking out Traffic Jam when it releases for all major platforms on April 8th. Speaking of party games, if you were looking for some classic tabletop action, we just got some extended gameplay footage for Demeo. Demeo is exactly what I'm looking for. Gather around the table with a few friends, engage in some strategic combat, and pray that the dice are on your side. If you're a tabletop gaming fan, I'm sure at some point in your life, you've wished to see the figures come to life and battle it out. Resolution Games has had a series of extremely fun titles, and I'm expecting that streak to continue with Demeo. There is no official release date just yet, but it is coming out sometime in 2021. If you don't want to wait around for new VR games, Green Man Gaming currently has a huge sale for VR titles. There's 63 games available at a steep discount, and this might be the perfect time to pick up one of those older, more expensive titles, such as The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, Borderlands 2 VR, and Arizona Sunshine. If you want the biggest bang for your buck, the Servios collection is available for $28, and it includes Raw Data, Sprint Vector, Electronauts, Creed Rise to Glory, and Battle Wake. There's also some really cheap titles worth considering. Archangel is available for $4. It is an on-rails shooter, but it's a cool experience. And there's A-Tech Cybernetic, a Doom-style shooter. This might not be as good as a Steam sale, guys, but it's worth checking out, and I will include a link in the description. Okay, so let's move on into the hardware news, starting with an update to the Pimax 8KX. If you're not familiar with the Pimax 8KX, it's an enthusiast-level VR headset featuring dual 4K displays, an insane 200-degree field of view, and a whopping $1,300 price tag for the headset alone. Pimax has just released a new beta firmware, which allows this headset to run in 90Hz at the native 4K resolution. This is perfect timing because Pimax also just sent me an 8KX to test out. My first impressions on this headset are a little mixed right now, but I am planning a video in the near future where I put this headset up against my current favorite, the Valve Index. At the moment, they are working out some issues with the 90Hz mode. There are some specific driver dependencies, and this option is only available with an RTX 3000 series card. 90Hz is going to be a great addition, but even with an RTX 3090, don't expect to be able to play too many games at that native 4K resolution, 90Hz, and a 200-degree field of view. But if you're interested in more information, make sure to subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so you won't miss any of those upcoming Pimax videos. Now, if the Pimax isn't cool enough for you, we have new wearable tech coming from Facebook. Facebook Reality Labs recently gave us a sneak peek at what input devices for augmented reality will most likely look like. Wrist-worn devices that pick up signals from your forearm muscles will allow us to seemingly swipe through the world around us. There's also an emphasis on brain-connected interfaces and new forms of feedback from these wearable devices. Something like pulling back a virtual bowstring would cause the device to squeeze your wrist in an attempt to simulate some form of tension. One major takeaway from Facebook's video is this hardware starts to feel like magic. When a computer interface understands exactly what you want to do with just the simplest gesture of your hand, it's a new breakthrough experience. They're making it sound like the future of computing is gonna look like Minority Report. Whatever ends up happening, I'm really intrigued for the future of AR. Now, if you needed more proof that this type of wearable technology is the future, a group of computer science researchers from Switzerland have put together the Tap ID. Tap ID features two small wrist-worn devices that, when combined with a VR headset and machine learning, allow you to seamlessly type just as you would in the real world. The device is capable of understanding every rapid gesture you make with your hand, leaving you with a very natural typing experience. This is the type of technology we need to implement if we ever plan to use AR and VR for productivity. Okay guys, this tech is cool and all, but let's move on to the main story. A 2020 Valve VR patent that was recently published. First off, this patent was originally submitted in September of 2020, meaning that Valve is still very much working on new VR products. Now, I always state that there is a huge gap between patent and product, and it's possible that not one spec of this will make it into an official headset. But it does give us an idea of some of the things that Valve is working on, and it is possible we can see these features in the future. Now, there's a lot of different technology mentioned, and there's over 30 pictures illustrating new headset designs. There's a lot of emphasis on and unique changes to the head strap system. I find this extremely interesting because out of all the headsets I have ever tried, the Valve Index is hands down the most comfortable. These new designs may be intended to not only increase the comfort level, but help redistribute the weight for what looks like a standalone unit. The patent does go on to state that this headset may contain one or more processors, a CPU and GPU, onboard memory, an operating system, basically everything you need in a standalone device. In true patent fashion, these items are always stated as may contain, could include, possible functionality, and so on and so forth. But based on all the information presented, it looks like Valve is trying to include the following new items: wireless game streaming, standalone capabilities, and eye tracking. Overall, this patent is extremely exciting, albeit quite vague. At least it lets us know that Valve is exploring new options for VR tech, and gives us some additional hope that we may eventually see a Valve Index 2. I previously did a Valve Index 2 wishlist video, which works off of information on some previous patents, and it's what I consider to be the best case scenario of all the technology we would see in a new Valve headset. So if you're interested, I'll drop a link to that video as I go into a bit more detail. Now, unfortunately, this patent doesn't directly reference a brain interface device, which is another item that we know is high on Valve's wishlist. Okay guys, before you head out, I just want to mention that I will be running a huge 24-hour live stream on April 11th. I do a live stream every week where you could just come in, join, and ask questions about VR, and I basically just sit there for 2 hours answering any of your questions. But this 24-hour live stream is going to be a special one. We're running some huge hourly giveaways, many of your favorite fellow YouTubers will be showing up, and there'll be opportunities to join me in game. So go ahead and turn those notifications on right now. Normally my live streams are only on twitch.tv/Mateo311, but this is going to be a special stream and you can watch it right here. Okay everybody, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, consider subscribing, and as always, I will see you guys on next time.